Hi guys, Jenny here with Tiny House Giant Journey, and I'm staying at the Tiny Digs Hotel in Portland, Oregon. And right now we're going to take a tour of the beach tiny house, so let's go ahead and check it out. All of the tiny houses here at Tiny Digs are 16 feet long, but they have different roof shapes. So you can see that there's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tiny houses here, and all of them have different roof shapes and different amenities. I'm actually staying in this one over here, the barn style one, which I have another tour for, so make sure you check that out on my channel. And this one I wanted to show you because it's so bright and airy on the inside, but it has the traditional roof pitch and dormers. Beach. Okay, so when you come inside, let that focus, you can see how bright it is in here because of all the windows and because they've chose to paint the walls white and use light flooring as well. Another thing you'll notice right when you come inside is that there's a step down, which is a really clever way of hiding the wheel wells. They did build out to the maximum width possible, so in order to do that, they needed to hide the wheel wells in clever ways, which I think is pretty cool. So even though these are only 16 feet long, they feel pretty spacious because they're so wide compared to a typical tiny house, or at least compared to the one I'm used to. You could see my house would actually end there width-wise, whereas they get the extra spacing. So here's a shot of one side of the beach tiny house. They went with a ship ladder style, which makes it easy to climb but also saves space. I really like the lead piping that they chose to make the handrail. Easy to do. You can find that at Home Depot. You can also check out my website. I did a similar thing, and I did a how-to with copper piping. If we go into the great room area, we have the dining area or desk. It has some storage on the side. This is a IKEA furniture piece, so easy to find. A lot of tiny housers use this in their tiny house. Another purchased piece of furniture is a futon. This folds out. I'm not sure if this one's from IKEA or somewhere else, but it's a great way to have a downstairs sleep space. And since these are nightly rentals, I'm sure that that's a big benefit for some people who don't like to climb. Little tiny kitchen with just a 2-burner stove and a small sink. Some kitchen storage over here, another purchased piece of furniture. You can find furniture. And down here they have the refrigerator. I can open it. There we go. Like some of the other tiny houses we've seen, this one has a sliding barn door. It's great for saving space. Pocket doors actually need to be built into the wall, so they end up taking up a lot of space in your tiny house. So one way of still getting that look but not using as much space is doing a outside barn sliding door, and they use that same lead piping to create this. And keeping with the beach theme, you got a little mermaid for your handle. Little details like that really pay off. Speaking of details, one of my favorite parts of this tiny house is actually the sink vanity. They put a piece of glass on top of a cabinet that I'm assuming they built, but inside the glass is like a display case, and since we have a beach theme going on here, we got seashells and sand, which is pretty cool. And then a glass sink. Glass is not necessarily recommended if you're going to be traveling a lot with your tiny house. Same thing with tile and drywall. But it doesn't mean you can't do it. I mean, you absolutely can, but it is something to think about if you're going to use something that's like brittle and beautiful like this. Maybe if you're going to travel all the time with your tiny house, you'll have to wrap it or think about that a little bit more. I like this light fixture right here, and I don't know if you can see this, but this is actually a prism that they've put in. Nice little detail there. All of these are flush toilets, all 6 of the tiny houses at Tiny Digs Hotel. So they had to get sewer put in here, and we are in the middle of Portland, so that is pretty cool that they were able to do that, but also probably very expensive. They include robes and a place to hang your clothes if you want. This is the shower. It's a standard 32 by 32 shower stall. Pretty high for a shower head for a tiny house, which is nice. And then they always provide, in all of these that I've seen so far, the shampoo conditioner and shower gel. All right, so let's head upstairs to the last part of this tiny house. So we're gonna climb up the ship ladder. Because you can see through the staircase, it actually makes the place feel more open. And the steps are pretty wide, so easy to climb. Up in the loft, the roof pitch changes so you get a little bit more headroom. Got a queen size bed up here, a couple more windows, which makes the space again feel really bright. And I do like the detail that they've put here on the railing. Gives it that nautical beach theme. Okay guys, let's go outside and do a quick overview of the property. So I'm just standing on the porch of the beach right now, but you can see that they have a communal area. They also have 6 tiny houses available for rent. So you could easily have a party here for an event, like a wedding party could stay here, or I was told like a book club is gonna be staying here soon. They have other like artistic pieces as well. Like I really like this wooden globe that someone has carved. And they have the gate, which is nicely decorated. The whole place is fenced in, so you feel very safe, and each one of the tiny houses has a code that's reprogrammed every time to get in. You can see it here. Alright guys, if you liked this tour, make sure to hit subscribe and check out my channel for other tours of tiny houses at the Tiny Digs Hotel. See you later.